Hi guys, it's Patrick at Trick 9 Fitness, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the staggered stance with straight rear leg, also known as the straight rear leg stance or the SRL stance. Now, the staggered stance with straight rear leg is a very descriptive name, but it doesn't cover everything because then the name would just be too long. So I'm going to go over some of the other points that the name doesn't just explain outright from the seeing the name. And one of those things is your feet being parallel. This is an important part of this stance. Your feet should be parallel, means toes of both feet facing the same direction forward. Your feet are parallel. Your rear leg is straight. We step back. It's a staggered stance. That means one foot is in front of the other. Not too deep of a staggered stance. A shallow staggered stance. Rear leg is straight. That's in the name. The torso is tilted in the same angle as that rear leg. And you can check your alignment. Hopefully, maybe if you have a mirror. I'm in a fitness studio. I have a big mirror across the room. If you don't happen to have a big mirror across the room, you can set up your camera phone or your camera. I don't what device you have that has a screen, maybe a tablet, maybe your laptop, that has a screen that you can face towards you, while also a camera that faces towards you, that you can see even a small version of yourself across the room. You can get an idea of your alignment. And it's tough. You got to push that rear heel into the floor in order to straighten that rear leg. That rear leg is going to want to relax, but I want you tense. Now we're tilted forward in the torso at the same angle of the rear leg, so there's a nice line from head, shoulders, hips, knee to heel into the floor. So there's the stance, and from there we can do all sorts of things. Now the benefits of this stance are, well, we get a little bit more bang for our buck when we do an exercise in this stance. Now, for your consideration, scaptions. I can do them in a classic staggered stance where I'm upright over my hips. Right? I can do scaptions, and I'm hitting the muscles that I want to exercise with scaptions. But that's about it. I mean, I'm standing, so there's some stability work. But in this staggered stance with straight rear leg, now I've got also a very low-level plank kind of activation of the core. I've got a low-level activation of the glutes of the front leg, and definitely the glutes of the rear leg, as long as I'm consciously pressing that heel into the floor. And then I can do my scaptions, and everything from head to toe is getting a little bit more worked. Also, we're working in stability. We're working our balance because the feet stay parallel. And a lot of you might have issues with your rear foot opening out and your toes facing out. Check that. Always take a glance down, especially when you're getting used to the stance. Take a glance down. Make sure your foot's aligned. At first, if you rely on how it feels, you might feel like you're in line, but your foot is actually opened up. At first, you might feel like this is almost like an inward rotation in order to just have normal forward-facing foot. You'll get used to it. I want your hips to be square to the front, along with your shoulders and hips square to the front. So we can do all sorts of things here. Tricep kickbacks, bicep curls, scaptions, reverse fly. And then because we've started to develop the stability in this stance, we'll eventually become ready to start doing stuff that's a little bit more impressive, like this kind of single leg balance stuff. Now, hopefully, this gives you a little more familiarity, a little more information on the straight rear leg stance, and you can get a better feel for it in your own program. Now, thanks for watching. It's Trick 9 Fitness. We'll see you next time.